Hey guys, welcome back. Today I got a special treat for you guys. I was able to get my hands on a 2023 Honda Civic EX 1.5 Turbo. The EX is the mid-range model, and I'm really excited. I've been looking forward to driving one of these for a very long time and really wanted to review one of these on my channel. And this video is brought to you by Germain Honda of College Hills in Worcester, Ohio. They were gracious enough to let me have this car for a couple hours to film for you guys. The link to this car will be in the description. I highly encourage you guys to go check it out. That's actually the place where I ended up buying my 2019 Honda Accord 2.0 Sport that you've seen in a couple of my videos before. They're a great dealership. So yeah, go check them out. Link will be in the description, and let's get started. So this is going to be a first impressions video. I literally just drove it to this location. Never driven one of these before, never even sat in one of these before. So I'm going to give you my first impressions on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at the outside real quick. Have to pardon the wind noise. It's a little windy today, but this one is finished in Morning Mist Metallic, and that's probably one of my favorite colors that I've seen on this car yet. I mean, the red's cool, the blue's cool, but man, this one really pops. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see that right now, but like the sky and this kind of just blend together. I'm not sure how well the camera is actually doing it justice here, but yeah, it's man, it's just a really beautiful color. Got nice black wheels, the 17-inch wheels there, and I really don't think there's a bad angle on this thing. They really nail this generation of Honda Civic. Alright, so under the hood here we have a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder mated to a CVT. This one makes about 180 horsepower and will give you over 40 mpg on the highway. And I have to say, this is a really smooth powertrain. I mean, the Honda just nailed it. It's a lot of fun to drive, plenty of power, and appears that everything is pretty easy to access. I'm just blown away with how well it looks. This one does have a sunroof too. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat. So, looks like you get a fairly decent amount of room back here. Let's go ahead and climb in. Didn't bonk my head, so that's a good sign. Man, it's really comfortable back here. Got a map pocket there, which is nice. I mean, would love to see a map pocket here too. No rear vents. It's kind of basic back here, but I mean, it is a small sedan. Looks like you get a couple cup holders. Nice little armrest. Man, this is a nice place to be back here. My head is not, it's just slightly grazing the roof. I'm about 6 foot, and the driver's seat's adjusted for my driving position, and I got about, what do you think, like 2.5 inches of leg room back here. That's not bad. You know, I got size 13 feet too, and I still got room to move around back here. Not too bad. Let's take a look at the dash. Man, I really like what they did with the dash. I love that honeycomb grill air vent they put consistently throughout. Like, I think I mentioned this already, I'm not sure if I did. These two front seats here are heated, and you do get a touchscreen there with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. It does have the screen protector on it, so it's going to look a little goofy, but this is a brand new car, and I don't want to mess with all that stuff. Yeah, like you see, you got a sunroof in here. It's real nice. All right, let's check out the trunk. Pretty easy to get in and out of. And then let's go hit the trunk button here. Sorry, I apologize for the wind again. This one does come with carpeted floor mats and a front license plate frame, but man, plenty of room back here. And fit a few suitcases, definitely all your groceries, pretty much anything you need. You get a lever to pull down the rear seats too, so you can add even more cargo space. Blind spot monitoring on the side mirrors for you, and it does have the keyless entry system. You just hit that button to lock, and there's a touch sensor behind the door handle here. You just grab it and unlocks with the key fob. Speaking of key fob, here's the key fob. You got the lock, unlock, remote start, and the trunk button with a panic. Very nice key fob. So, glove box, kind of small. You do get your owner's manual and stuff, and a center console with a removable tray that you can place back here if you want to. Couple cup holders here, and a nice place to put your phone and plug it into your Apple CarPlay. 12-volt outlet there. All your AC controls. Man, these vents are really cool. I feel like I'm kind of hopping all over the place here, but bear with me. This is the first time I've ever been in one of these cars, and I'm super excited. It's pretty cool. All right, then you got the sun visor here that is illuminated, and this pulls out. Does it extend? It does. All right, here in the driver's seat, this steering wheel is leather wrapped. It feels very nice in your hands. You do get your Honda sensing controls over here, your brightness controls for your gauge cluster, which has a digital screen over here and an analog speedometer over there. And then, your traction control off button, all your radio controls and your gauge cluster controls right there. Adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. This cruise control system does go down to 0 and will help you in traffic jams as well. It's really cool. It's very similar to what I had in my Accord. I talked about it in my Accord video. It works really well. One thing I do love about this car is actually having a gear shift. My Accord had buttons, and that thing was, I did not like that. So having a physical gear shift is awesome, and it feels really good in my hands too. I mean, this thing just very tactile, pretty good. You do get an econ button here, kind of fun sounds. Auto stop start button, you can choose to leave it on or disable it if you don't want it on. Electric parking brake and brake hold. Brake hold is one of my favorite features on Honda. If you're in like a drive-through or something and you don't want to put it in park or want to hold the brake in case Joe Schmo takes 20 minutes to order everything off the entire menu, you just hit this button, brake hold. It'll hold the brake for you. You can take your foot off and then hit the gas, and it'll release the brake, and you can proceed. It's really cool. Really neat feature. I really like the finish on this this center stack here. It's kind of like a carbon fiber look. Looks really good. There is some use of gloss black plastics here, but I'm glad this is not gloss black because it would be kind of a pain to clean and keep clean. It looks like the areas that have the gloss black plastic are not like super high traffic areas, so you shouldn't have to worry about it getting scratched or smudged or anything like that. So let's go ahead and take this thing for a drive. I think one of the highlights of this car is definitely the CVT. This thing is so smooth. It doesn't shift because it has the CVT, and it keeps the 1.5 liter turbo in the perfect power band, and you get good acceleration at pretty much any time. I mean, this thing is not a slouch by any means. I'm not going to floor it because it's a brand new car, and I wouldn't want somebody doing that to my brand new car. But I mean, if you need to move, it will definitely move. It's not a slouch at all. You really don't need any more power than that. I mean, that was like 35-40% throttle. I mean, this thing just zips. Going over those bumps on the bridge, in my Accord, it was kind of rough because I had 19-inch rims on that thing, and this thing, it just takes the bump so well. I mean, if you lived in an area with some potholes, like these northern states, Michigan, Ohio, stuff like that, this car is not going to be a problem for you, that's for sure. Actually, you know what? Let's go this way. I can't speak too much about the fuel economy because I haven't had it long enough, and it's been kind of idling as I've been, trying to take pictures of it and stuff. It's supposed to get over 40 mpg. on the highway, which I believe these things are pretty fuel efficient. Now we're going to go ahead and take it on one of probably the noisiest roads I know, and then I'll let you listen to the road noise. Overall, I think it's a pretty quiet car. You know, I drove an Elantra, I drove a 2018 Elantra, and then I had that 2019 Accord, and this thing is miles ahead quieter than both of those ever were. No complaints there. I think one of the most surprising things about this car to me is the power level. I honestly thought it was going to be kind of a slouch, but this CVT paired with this 1.5 liter turbo, I mean, this thing, like I said earlier, you're not going to have any problems at all with power delivery. Man, the steering is just, it's so direct. The thing just feels so well planted. It's got McPherson struts in the front and a multi-link independent rear suspension. And man, you can really throw this thing into a corner. I mean, I'll chuck it in this parking lot here when we go turn it in. And I mean, you can really have some fun with this and hustle it on some back roads. Man, the seats too, the seats hold you well in your seat when you're going around a corner. It's just very comfortable and very nice car to be in. Do a quick turning radius test. I'm going to be in this spot here, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn the wheel completely to the lock and then make a complete circle and see where I end up. Wow, this thing just turns on a dime. I mean, you're not going to have any trouble maneuvering this thing around. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed these first impressions kind of review. I hope to be able to take one of these for a longer period of time and see what it's like to live with for like a few days and then report back. But overall first impressions, I am super impressed with this car. I mean, the quality in here is great. The exterior looks good. The power level is good. Great. This car is just the perfect compact mid-size sedan. Stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading a lot more of these videos. Once again, shout out to Germain Honda of College Hills for letting me borrow their car for a couple hours so I can film it. And be sure to check them out on the website, and we'll see you all in the next video. Take care.